Hello fellow drawers, hola amigos. Today we're going to draw Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. Como dibujar la rana René y Miss Piggy. This video is for both children and adults, so if you love to draw, stay tuned. You will need 4 supplies before we get started. Some paper, a pencil, an eraser, and a pen or a marker. I recommend starting with some warm-up exercises. You can start with some vertical lines, horizontal lines, counterclockwise circles, clockwise circles, triangles, squares, anything to warm up your hand to get you ready for drawing. Mi español no es bueno. So if you don't want to listen to me speaking in English, you can just mute your speakers and just follow along. Puede silenciar su altavices y seguir mientras dibujo. Hi guys, I'm Charles DeWandler, and today we're going to draw Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. First, we're going to start with our pencil. And the reason we're going to do both characters is because they're relatively simple. I'm going to start with a circle for Kermit the Frog and another circle for Miss Piggy. Now Kermit's chin kind of comes to a point, so we're going to go a little bit down like this. And Miss Piggy, her cheeks are a little bit wider, so let's try and make her cheeks come out more like this. I draw lightly in pencil first, because we're going to eventually add ink to this and then erase the pencil. But the pencil is going to help us get the sizes and the shapes that we want. So Miss Piggy has a big nose here. Let's draw kind of like a square for her nose. Let's draw a little bottom part of her mouth coming down and a little tongue there. Little circles for the cheeks. Now I'm going to make her eyes. I'm going to do a circle for this eye and a circle for this eye, but I want them to be looking toward Kermit. And I want her eyes, instead of drawing her eyes, her pupils as regular circles, I want to draw her pupils as hearts. Let me see if I can make this work. It might not work right. I want to draw like a heart. This is just my own creativity. This is not what Miss Piggy really looks like. So if you want, you can draw it this way, the way I'm drawing it, or you can draw Miss Piggy the regular way. It's up to you. Now, these are the circles for her eyes. I'm going to draw little eyelids. I'm going to go like this, and then we're going to make a couple of things. A couple of eyelashes come out like that. Okay, let's go back to Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog is relatively simple. That's why I wanted to add the extra challenge of drawing Miss Piggy. So Kermit the Frog has 2 eyes toward the top. They're not perfect circles. We can start with a circle, but then let's make this bottom part a little bit of a like an egg shape, a little bit bent, and his eyes kind of go. It's kind of like a circle with like a line through it. But I kind of want to do the same thing with him. I want to try and draw hearts again for him, just like for her, because I want to show that Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy are in love. So he's basically saying, I'm Kermit the Frog, and that is the prettiest pig I have ever seen. When I was a kid, I always thought it was funny that a frog would be in love with a pig. And it's even funnier when you watch some of the movies and stuff. And not only is the frog in love with the pig, but sometimes they have human characters who are in love with Miss Piggy too. So to see a human character be in love with a pig is also funny. Now it makes sense if a pig was in love with a pig, right? Nobody would question that. Or if a frog was in love with a frog, that would make sense, right? But when a frog is in love with a pig, There's something funny about that. Okay, now he has these things that come out the bottom. So I'm drawing little dots where I want to kind of connect the dots. This will make sense in a second. I want them to be roughly, let's see, I want the inside and the outside of this little collar to be relatively the same length. So let's draw a line here, make these into little triangles. There, that's pretty good. Now we just need to fix Miss Piggy's hair. Let's see, her cheeks. Her cheeks should really stick out and be round. And chin can kind of come down like that. But then she should have kind of flowing hair. So let's try and curve the hair around like this. We also need to give her pig ears. So let's do curl, like a curved line there, and then a pig's ear coming out. It's not perfect, but kind of rushing a little bit. Maybe that's a little bit too big, actually. Oh well. Doesn't have to be perfect. I don't want to take too long on this drawing because I want to keep the video short. All right, great. Now the pencil is done. Now it's time to add the ink. Try and start toward the top, but also draw the parts of them that are toward the front. So I actually want to move this down a little bit. Let me try and draw the nose a little bit lower. See how I'm kind of, for rushing, I'm kind of correcting it as I go. Curve line, curve line. All right, cheek, cheek, and chin. Now let's draw her ears. Miss Piggy's probably thinking, "Oh, Kermie, you're so romantic." And Kermie's thinking, "I'm sorry, Miss Piggy, I forgot it was our anniversary today." It kind of sounded like Pee Wee Herman. Maybe I'll have to draw Pee Wee Herman on another video. Alright, so let's take her eyes. Let's make this line really thick. The picture I'm looking at for reference has her eyes really thick. Or her eyelashes, I should say, really thick. Oh, Miss Piggy, those are the most beautiful eyelashes I've ever seen in my life. I bet you wish frogs had eyelashes like this. Alright, let's see if I can make this heart work. If I mess up the eyes, that kind of will mess up the whole picture. Well, I think that kind of works. Now, if you want to be more of a perfectionist with your drawing, you'll spend more time on the pencils than I did. I kind of rushed through the pencils on my end because I was trying to get it done quicker. But perhaps you're more of a perfectionist than me, so if I'm going too fast, feel free to slow down the video or pause the video and come back to it once you've caught up. All right, let's try Kermit. This is going to be tricky now. I'm going to draw this eye. And see how I try to make it kind of like an egg? It's not a perfect circle. It's kind of like an oval, like an egg, and then these two lines are not perfectly together, so that it gives the illusion that it's on the top of his head. And his jaw can kind of come down under his mouth. We'll put a smile line here because he's very happy. This kind of shows he has a little bit of a nose. Get a little wispy lines in here for Miss Piggy's hair, and we're almost done. Now the last step is you wait for all your ink to dry, and then you use an eraser to erase all the pencil lines that you don't want. Oh, Kermie, you're so handsome without your pencil lines. Thank you, Miss Piggy. Now I can't wait for someone to color us in. So if you want to color this drawing, you can go to drawwithcharles.com and download our coloring book, our free coloring book, and you can color my drawing or you can color your own drawing. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy free coloring activities by downloading our coloring book at drawwithcharles.com. And check out our children's book, Dallas Do Good Goes Swimming, now available in English and Espanol. For more information, visit dallasdogood.com.